Good afternoon and welcome to Medicare Insurance Specialty Group. Today we're going to discuss VA and Medicare. First, I want to take just a quick moment and thank all of the veterans and their families for the sacrifices and service you have given all of us. It's mainly due to things like this that we have all the freedoms we experience in the United States today. We're very grateful for everything you've done. So that being said, let's talk about how confusing it can be with Medicare and how it interacts with veterans' benefits. TRICARE and CHAMP, those two, you want to be very, very careful if you were going to look at a Medicare Advantage plan. Although the dental and the vision and the hearing and the over-the-counter and the gym and all these extra benefits can be very enticing and looking very good, it changes the way your billing goes with the VA and Medicare. TRICARE is primary right now. This would put Medicare in front of it. It's Medicare and then TRICARE, or Medicare and then CHAMP. And then if you go and get an Advantage plan, it's going to put CHAMP and TRICARE behind the Advantage plan. A lot of doctors don't know how to bill hospitals. You could end up having issues, and they're going to want to try and collect your copays for the Advantage plans. A lot of times I find it's more trouble than it's worth for the benefits you might pick up with the Advantage plan. So research it real carefully before making that decision. Moving on to VA. If you get your benefits from the VA, an Advantage plan can be a great option as a backup or to interact with your original Medicare and your VA benefits. First thing I want to discuss, though, is your Part B. A lot of times when you're coming up to Medicare and you get all your benefits through VA, it's very tempting to say, why should I pay for Part B? So your Part B, because you're not using it, you think you don't need it. However, later on, you could end up with a penalty. VA is not considered credible coverage to cover Part B. So I cannot recommend highly enough. If you talk to your VA offices, your Veterans Affairs, they're going to recommend that you get Part B as well. And if you don't get it till later, you're going to end up with a penalty. So it's real important that you go ahead and take Part B when you're first eligible for Medicare. Now Part D, on the other hand, is different. Part D is your prescription drugs, and the VA is considered credible coverage. So if you get all your prescriptions from the VA, you don't necessarily have to take a Part D plan, and you can pick that up at a later time, and you won't get a penalty. So how about Advantage plans? All the dental, the vision, the hearing, the gym membership, the over-the-counter things, the things you hear about. Yes, you can pick up an Advantage plan. Most of them have a zero premium. Pick up something with a zero premium and it'll act interchangeably. You can still go to the VA for everything, but in case you needed to go to the VA for to go to a regular doctor for something, as long as they're within the plan, you can go and pay the copay of the Advantage plan. You can pick up prescriptions through the VA or through the Advantage plan, whichever one is going to save you more. But keep in mind, sometimes it makes a difference on which doctor writes the prescriptions. If you have a doctor that's a non-VA doctor and then you go try and fill it at the VA, you may have an issue. It's got to be approved by the VA in order to run that prescription. Some veterans will get all their medications from the VA, and you've heard about the give back. That's what you keep seeing on the advertisements now. There are Advantage plans that will give you a give back. They pay for part of the Part B premium, and so it's not as much as coming out of your check for Part B. You will not have a prescription drug plan with that. So if you're okay with getting all your meds from the VA, that's a good option, and it might give you $30, $40, $50 a month, a little more, a little less, towards that. So that is a good option. Again, I have met a couple of veterans that I met too late. They only had original Medicare and VA because they did everything through the VA. They did have Parts A and B, but they ended up in the hospital. And when they ended up in the hospital, for whatever reason, they didn't get transferred to the VA hospital, and VA didn't pick up the bills. And they had the deductibles from Part A and also the deductible and coinsurance with Part B. and their bills got really high. If they had had an Advantage plan, most of them, like I said, is zero premium, so not costing you any more. As a backup, this would have prevented that because they would be able to pay the copay for the hospital that is with the Advantage plan. So it's a really, really good idea to look into one and tie it in with your plan if you're a veteran with VA benefits. I hope this has answered some of your questions and made it a little less complicated. Feel free to reach out to us. You can check out our website at www.bigorangemedicare.com. Facebook, find us on Medicare Insurance Specialty Group, and you can always call 865-203-2040. Thanks and have a wonderful day.